Welcome to the Dungeon House, where a bunch of regular people with regular jobs gather to play Dungeons and Dragons. We aren't professionals, so if you hear food ASMR or a baby in the back, just understand it's normal. This show is recommended for those 13 and up. The music you'll hear is brought to you by William Heaton and various other artists. We're glad that you're here to share in the fun and laughter, as well as the challenges along the way. So come on into our home, take a seat on the couch, and enjoy the Dungeon House.
Joy, joy,
Can you hear
joy.
me?
Joy.
Oh, joy, joy, joy.
Maybe it's because my
Can you
speaker's
not hear
hooked
me?
up
I'm
correctly.
here. Let's
Look,
see.
he wants to cheer out.
Oh, that's
there you go.
It's probably us.
It was us. I had
it was
to.
you. Oh, good. Freaking out a little bit over here because I not super text. So
I had to click on the right thing, for it to actually work. Sometimes.
Oh, are you gonna get the pre-order, David?
For what?
Planescape?
I might.
Planescape for Baldur's Gate 3? Oh, the Planescape. Planescape is one of my favorite.
Or do you want me to message this lady?
One
to say
with
we
Brandon, him and I, he in his original campaign that I played in David, he did a lot of Planescape stuff from like second edition in it.
love that. It's great.
And it
What
was-
we want,
Tons of fun.
right?
Is it gray? It's gray. This looks like ram gray. This looks like a cool gray.
It looks, yeah. It's not as. It has some brown in it, I think.
How much is it?
300.
That's pretty good money. Or a pretty good price for what you get. That's a big couch too.
I'm just worried that this part is just gonna be too big. You consider if you are on board, then I will message her, and we can try and
I
ask
don't
her.
know. I do feel like it's too big. I feel like
It's
it's
too
too big. No. Oh, but I want a cow.
I know. It would fit.
My boyfriend's on TV.
It would fit
It's
really-
not-
It would fit really well, except
Don't
for
copy my
that
back.
section is just too long. Because it cuts off. It entirely cuts off.
I legit thought you were gonna throw it for a second.
Like really, the chassis should only be about
You-
I thought it was
but
going
it's
to
coming to
Backdated?
about this, which is just too. Like this is where right where you're sitting is about where it should go to,
I
and I think it would probably go to like. Oh,
I have snacks. What? I thought I ate all my snacks.
dude, why is this taking forever to load and get our screen up so we can see it at once?
we ate a little bit.
Ooh, Chase, where's a good place? How can we see everything?
Case of
Probably from the other side where maybe that. Do you want this little one?
Do you need that little guy?
Really?
This is breakfast.
We're about to feed you lunch and dinner.
Let's say this is just kind of like the old setup. If you and David scoot together on one side, you have Faith and Tori on the other side. That can work out. I'm not looking. It's okay, I don't have anything up. That's mad. You want to see the stats from the food that you guys caught? It makes probably no sense. I like the strawberry jello cake. Literally just a donut skin.
Oh yeah.
Super fun.
Babies.
So carrot cream soup was supposed to grapple you. I should have, if I would have had more time to like kind of think about some of these things, I probably would have bumped them up a little bit. Some of them were a little bit underpowered. That's okay. I didn't want it to be like, is it too powerful? So,
I
no.
don't know why this part's taking
You'll figure it out.
forever to
Fine.
load, but
You're good.
is Joy really the one? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
I went to the most garbage game store I've ever been to in my life.
We are live, so just so you know.
It was a Spanish Fork.
Is it Spanish Fork? How many game stores are in Spanish Fork?
There's a lot.
There's two.
There's two.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so that narrows it down a little bit.
It's the one on the west side, not in the center of the city.
It's called.
So I don't even remember what it's called.
Was not good.
I think you figured it out.
Okay. What do I need to figure out? I need to figure out some things. Figure out. Oh, I need. I'm gonna message the Discord say, hey, you guys.
Brandon said he was gonna be like, yes.
You can, you may not know this, but you can never really hear baby on the recording. But like all the time, this is what we hear on this side, but you don't hear it on the recording.
We're on the
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
You want to give Kyle a call? See if he's coming on time. Because if this is it, then we can wait for Faith to get back, or we can just keep going and something.
It's about calling or it's Ouch.
That was not trying.
Can't wait till we get this piano working. I think I'll love that.
Now, why is the music not working?
Hi Kyle. How's it going?
Hear it?
You're playing D&D with us
Can
tonight?
you hear it?
You have the music.
I can't hear it. No.
No,
Oh,
well,
it's super quiet.
he hasn't looked at it.
Did he message me?
Hey, yeah, just let me know.
Can I have a burrito instead?
Yes.
I get it. No worries. Sorry, I didn't see my.
Is Kyle not going to be here?
He's gonna be a little late.
I've been seeing her. 6:30.
Are you opening a can of beans? What kind of beans?
Yeah, you're good. You're chilling. You're chilling. Don't worry. It's okay. We won't let Mom stay.
I was planning on it.
All right, we'll see you here in a little bit. Bye.
It's crazy. It just feels weird that we don't have that many people on right now on Discord. Joy, you're the only one. I'm worried.
Yes, well.
I
Ooh. You ever just sit down for a little while, realize how fast you've been going, and you just want to like take a nap?
Yes. Like every day.
I know, right? It's about time for that. I feel like I got some dice.
I've been working 10 to 15 hour shifts this week,
Yeah, that would also do it.
so I could come down.
just for us.
No, but yes.
Okay, how are we going to do this? I can also do the beans. Maybe like that? That's right.
Sure. I don't have to be in it. You guys can take me out.
I don't agree.
Like that. All right. Yo, my wife has made the bombest cookies. You guys want one?
Not that one.
Oh, I guess we can tell Faith to share.
That sounds tasty.
I wonder if he's taking the ground to finish. Raise it up.
How long are we gonna wait to start?
That is a good question. They can come to direct thing for me. Now that
Oh,
Brandon's
Brandon.
over. Well, I don't think they can be too long.
Yeah.
Hi, Brandon.
Hi, Brandon.
Hi, Brandon.
so cute.
We'll probably start in 5 minutes.
Part of me wants to put that camera on just so it can point me and Dave, and we can turn this one to the ladies.
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
Honestly, we're pretty well.
Yeah.
But I was kind of hoping that I would not be in the shop today because of my. Oh, look, it's my elbow. Where? I'm sorry. Oh,
Brandon, I really like that jacket. It looks good on you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Big cops. Yeah, we're going to just take 5 more minutes before we're starting, just to see if my wife ran home to try to find my charger on my phone.
Why did Roman shave his head?
My
Yeah,
laptop. So
I'm
we're
doing that.
taking just a second.
On other news, I got a new job.
Woo!
Good for you.
Nice. Where are you working?
I'll be working at the school, but I'll be working in the IT department. So, doing what I'm studying, so I'm very excited.
Cool, cool. I like it.
It'll be good.
Oh, there.
I have news.
Oh yeah, what do you got?
I don't know who knows. I know you know. McKay knows. I got asked to work night shift, and I worked.
Is that a good thing?
It's Monday through Thursday. 1 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Here come baby.
With it has a $4 pay increase. So
The thing is, we'll just have to. So is that for sure confirmed now?
not for sure confirmed.
Okay.
Couldn't find it, Faze. I'm so sorry. You're out of luck. It was in your car the whole time.
Thank you so much, Fred. I really appreciate you.
You saw his face. He was destroyed for a second. It was so bad.
I was like,
it was on the ground.
right where I said it would be. Good to see you. I love you. Hey, wait.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably have one.
Can I take it over?
Yeah.
I love you. All right.
I did leave my phone at home.
All right. If you guys,
Can I show Lori or Dorothy?
yeah,
Did you take a
I
picture?
took a picture and sent it to Brandon. Oh, that's one news. Faith and I did a little arts project, and it turned out pretty good.
Sorry. Thingy.
A door, not so much a wreath, but something it's hard to see.
Adornment.
Adornment.
And an adornment.
Yeah, turned out really good. We're pretty proud of it.
So
Love you, Faith.
Roman and his wife are pregnant again.
Yep.
They are pregnant again.
Random.
I think the thing started. We're like 15 minutes.
Mind for people sit down. Once we're ready.
Yeah,
You're good. All good.
You can show me how to roll over by yourself, not assisted, Sanders. Not waiting anymore.
I'm gonna try one of these cookies.
Absolutely, they are for the absolutely not.
No. Those are really good. Brent, you want to try a bite?
Of course. Those look good.
Yeah, you almost got my finger. Dang. I gotta be more careful.
Yeah, watch out.
All right. Well, while we're getting stuff kind of finished up, set up, let's do
Let's make your own memory.
let's do a recap
This is a
before
cookie.
we start. That is all right. David,
Yes.
I think you've done it recently, but you're here in person today, so I'm gonna put my name.
Are you now?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Like it's being hard.
I'm planning on it.
That's fine. Yeah, last time we had a little interaction with Adelaide and her getting us all set up to be all fancy to impress the people that needed impressed. We all got fancied up and then went to dinner. We had a very interesting and different combat with food. It was very, it's not like, I don't want to say unorthodox. It was unorthodox, but it was good unorthodox. Yeah.
It was
Good experience. Different.
unorthodox.
Exactly. And then after that, we fought the food. And that was pretty much it.
Yeah, it was just a simple, kind of a funner, silly setting with a little silly premise.
We did learn that we were trying to impress Adelaide's mom, not really her dad.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
And her mom is very judgmental of life.
Trash bag.
Didn't a lot of it make a mistake?
Adelaide's mom does not like Alia.
What'd she say?
She asked Alia what her favorite author was.
She said your mom, and she was just like, you know what I am, and then was like rude.
Yeah.
yeah. Your mom's not very nice.
So
As
Alia
you-
feels because she feels like she let Adelaide down.
She did. She really did.
Yeah.
There's no getting around
Well,
it.
this time.
It's
Yeah.
it's not it's not death or anything like that that's gonna get Alia to committed to be home. Is gonna be this interaction with his mom.
That's so sad. That's character defining.
Yeah.
Right.
Can we move everything
Everything.
this way? Like towards Faith and I. So we're not like.
I think that's a good idea. Okay. Well, with that, we're recap.
Exactly.
I just want to set the scene again so that way we all kind of know what's going on. It's about the fifth course. And the fifth course is when the desserts start coming out. You've already had a good meal. The aromas of all the different foods have already come in. All the different Pablo adjacent characters like Zablo and Micro and Pablo, but the one that Adelaide had a crush on, and all the different varieties have come in, cleaned up the plates, kind of took out stuff. You have that air of tension as you're sitting here, as Adelaide's mom hasn't said anything in a while, just kind of sitting there, just kind of playing with the giant chunk of gelatinous cube that is the Jello cake that she had cut off for her. As you're sitting here, Barren, you're swapping a couple war stories with Azurius, Adelaide's father, and he seems to be loving it. Talking about the war always gets him in such a good mood. Dads, am I right? And the lights outside, it was like kind of that early, about evening time. Now it's starting to die down. You can see it's starting to get a little bit dark, and the moon outside starting to kind of come over the horizon and shine over, bathing the whole entire area with the soft glow as the last of the dying sunlight leaves the horizon. As you all sit there, is there anything that anyone would like to do?
Oh, who would like to finish her salad?
Yeah, finally. You went through like only 2 courses and you're pretty full. Your parents fed you when you were still at the Triquetra. They didn't let you go with an empty stomach, and so this is like second dinner. That makes sense. I think about this point, Adelaide's mother, Aya, will kind of turn to the group just in general and say, so I want to ask, what made most of you decide to be Vigils? It seems like something that's quite a commitment. And so I was wondering, what would cause people to choose a life on the road?
For me, it's mostly like meant to be a temporary thing, and then I'll kind of look to everyone else and be like, "Wait, do we like? Is this a commitment? Is this something that's like long term, or are we able to quit at any time?"
Ren, I'm just doing this for money.
Okay. I'll like look to the others. Any other input?
Opal will, if I may, Lady Aya,
Yes.
as you could probably piece together, being part of the Triquetra has the responsibility of maintaining the peace of this country. So I thought it would be important to continue to expand our relations in other organizations to continue to enable that peace on more effective grounds. So that is why I personally am here to continue to provide the best possible service to our country and protection for you.
Sounds like a noble cause. It's always good to make connections, and from the sounds of it, if that is your true motive, it's a lot better than some of the others here. And she will blatantly look at you, Baron, and she's just kind of staring daggers.
Stares daggers right back at her.
You are all dressed up.
You are so close. You are so close. You can put lipstick on a pig, but it doesn't change its swine heritage.
Thickness.
Its thickness.
I'm looking for somebody, and I'm hoping to make the world a safer place for families specifically, because I've had some tragedy in my own. But just in Baron's defense, he has a little sister, and I think he wants the money for her.
Is that true, Baron? Is your money for the gain of your sister?
Sure.
Baron, you act as if someone who knows this game but chooses to play it wrong. And it frustrates me.
Maybe I'm doing my job.
It might, but I think you may be doing yourself a disservice in the long run.
Keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm. I bet you won't.
I guess my big thing is just wanting to make my dad proud of me.
And you feel, is he a vigil as well?
He was, yes.
Retired?
Dead?
Oh. Oh. My condolences. It's okay.
I appreciate it.
Oh, that I think was my favorite. Like,
Dead.
you know.
Oh. Aya, while it's very formal, she does also make mistakes. A little bit too pushy on that one. Moss talks about his old past, and it kind of rattles on for about 5 minutes, not really leading anywhere. For why he joined the Vigils. Kind of similar answer that he's given before.
One last adventure.
One last adventure. Well, I've heard from your friends. Adelaide, why did you choose?
Well, suppose it was to actually do something instead of just staying here and not living up to my potential.
I see how that is. And I can understand your desire to have a change of scenery.
It's more than just a change of scenery.
Is it now?
It is.
Now, I've heard a lot of talk about Vigils being this upstanding group of warriors that go about and gallivant through the countryside, saving villages. Is that what it's about, or?
It's about protecting others. And for me, it's about honoring the God that I serve. It's about following his principles, which is to protect the travelers, to protect those that travel by night, and to give light to those that are in the darkness.
There is still a lot of merit to staying where you belong, where others have you, where you know the laws, and the laws govern what we are. Bogdan teaches that it's in the family that the law is becoming circumspectful. Don't even know if that's a word. That's not what she says. That's what she says.
If it isn't, it is now.
It is now. She said it, and she seems pretty proper, so I'm pretty sure it's a word. You know, Adelaide, that your mother comes from a line of clerics to Bogdan. And Bogdan is one of the most revered gods of Thelma. He's the god of law and justice. He is seen as, when it comes down to what's right and what's wrong, what matters more is what is written in the law. And you feel, as of right now, that might be one of the biggest disconnects that started off your relationship with your mother. As you kind of think back to it, the moment that your mom started being callous was the day when you went through your ritual and you were chosen by another. But as your mother turns, we don't need to hash old discussions that we've already had. I think I am going to use the powder room, as she kind of pushes her way up and then walks out of the room.
Just going after her, guys.
What? You really have a rough relationship with your mother, don't you? Is it because of your gods?
No, it's because she's her. And you know what? I'm hashing the discussion. And Natalie's gonna stand up and kind of push her chair back, and she's gonna like after her mom, like going.
Piggy's gonna put up her fist and be like, "Yeah, you can do that. Family relationships."
Your mother has gone about halfway down the hallway by the time you get to the doors and open them from the dining room. She's just kind of slowly walking away.
Mother.
Yes. Oh, that was a little forceful. Yes. Yes. He's a little fluff.
Initiative.
She shoots you. Like, yes.
Listen, I don't know if you know how much this means to me. This being the Vigils, and this being following my purpose. And if I don't go, then what's the use? For years I knew about my calling, and I was just a cleric and a healer and a party goer, and I wasn't living up to my fullest potential. And I think that I've been trying my best to be what you wanted me to be, which is a servant of Bogdan, but you know that I'm not. And it seems silly to keep on pretending that there's anything that I could possibly do that could make you proud of me. So I feel that it might be in your best interest just to accept this and to accept our mission, and to, even if it has nothing to do with me, to support the aid of others.
Your mother, who hasn't quite really turned around yet, she'll slowly turn and face you. Adelaide, I don't know if you've ever spoken so boldly to me. What have the Vigils taught you?
Well, I've learned that there's so much left to learn, and I've also learned that I'm quite a bit more powerful than I thought I was. And if you don't take action, then what's the whole point? You'll go your entire life without doing much good. Also I learned that food made over an open fire is not actually that bad.
You had her going for the first part, but then after you said that, you just lost it. I'm joking. Adelaide. I struggle to accept what I feel is a breach from your gods' rights on what should be lawful. I don't agree with your doctrine wholeheartedly. I can see the merit in it. But I have my beliefs and you have yours. You're correct.
I still believe in law, Mother. I still believe in order. I may not necessarily worship your God, but I'm still your daughter.
I know.
I was raised to believe in those things, and they are good. And I hold to the importance of justice and law, right and wrong. I'm just learning that there's a little bit more to goodness than just order.
I would have you know that the way you've spoken to me as of right now is very unladylike. I understand that you're passionate and your life is going in a different direction than what I had surmised it would have gone. And that is something I'm coming to accept.
Good.
And she pauses for a second. I love you, Adelaide. I want what's best for you. I don't like the people that you are with. I'll be honest. Some of them are more horrible. Some are terrible. Some are more tolerable than others. And frankly, I don't much care for a lot of what they're saying. I feel like some of it's reaching. I feel like if you're going to dedicate yourself to a cause, it should be for the fulfillment of that cause and not for your own personal gains. And it seemed like most of your parties doesn't see it that way.
Well, the good news is there's still plenty of time to learn what being a vigil is all about. I don't even think that I know entirely what this is all about, but I feel that the most important part of this is fulfilling my purpose. And I think that that should be enough for you.
I suppose it should be. As fulfilling a purpose is orderly. Someone who does not do so causes chaos in the system. And if maybe your point in being there is to help others, maybe these people that you've brought here, I can see that. I would warn you that it is important to remember not to get too carried away with the theatrics of it all. But I am your mother, and you are a lady now, and I can't control you. Dare say I haven't tried, but...
I know, and I'm not marrying Jeremy.
But he's such a good boy.
No, he isn't. Yes,
You two would be perfect for each other. I've ran the statistics.
Statistics
family-
didn't take into account his haircut, Mother. And that was by choice. That was by choice.
Haircuts can change. Marriages shouldn't. Anyways, Jeremy will still be here
Can't do it.
when you get back. Where's that Jeremy? Let's
No,
go get him.
Mother, it's just gonna blow his sword. He won't.
Don't do it! No. Going forward, I would ask that while you do have your purpose and your goal and your commitment to the Vigils, you still have a commitment to our family. Please don't forget that. We expect big things from you. There's no other heir. And if I remember, you said 2 years.
The best 2 years. I hope to have done plenty in that time.
Well, that's a satisfying enough answer for me. Next time you bring your friends around, tell them to not talk to me, please.
Yes, ma'am.
You're welcome. I don't know why she said you're welcome to that, but thank you for understanding.
What about the horses?
She kind of cringes.
Bless you.
I'll hash out the details.
I'll take that as a yes. Thank you, Mother.
I would not take that as a yes.
I'll take that as it is.
It is as it is.
It is as it is. Thank you.
I will try to provide some sort of transportation other than just mediocre walking, but you are definitely not taking the prized family horses. You know how your father would probably keel over if something happened to him.
Yes, I would also not recommend.
I
Not all of
As she kind of like looks back into the room, I'm glad that you agree. At least we have that much in common. Hey, anyways, I'm
almost there.
sorry that I'm a difficult. I understand I'm not the easiest mother to be around. I know that
I'm not the easiest daughter either.
we're both learning, and we're both trying. I said before, I love you. I hope you the best. I probably will not return to dinner. Good night, Adelaide.
Good night.
She'll continue walking down the hall. Oh, and Adelaide, I will say, even though your manner of speaking to me was not very ladylike, I'm glad to see you more bold. Keep that up. And she'll turn away and keep walking.
Good night. I won't write you.
I read your father's letters anyways. They go through me first. I proofread all his too. Anyways, and your mother walks away.
Can I just say, you guys, that I am here for the tea, like the family drama. Like, I'm loving it. I had my bowl of ice cream, and it was great.
It's like a soap opera.
But I don't love him. He's a good match for you.
That's so much money to work out the marriage.
That character was that's what got me is the haircut.
I feel like that might have been like the pushing cause to make Adelaide want to join the Vigils. It's like, I'll marry Jeremy. So she had to come up with an excuse to not do that.
I'm sorry, I'm busy. I'll be busy for the next 2 years. I'll be away. I'll be far away.
He's like over here with his like big old mullet.
He said approved mullet.
He's like, don't worry, babe. I'll wait for you. I'm gonna work on my truck.
I was trying to remember the scene in Brave where her dad's like trying to role play with his wife, and it's like, but I don't want to get married. I want to run away and ride the horse and let my head flow in the wind.
But I love him, Daddy.
I love him.
I don't love him, Daddy. Mommy. Anyways, with that, the evening is all yours. Azurius, after she left, he was like, all right. So, who wants another dessert?
I think he's gonna raise her hand really high. Me. Do you have another pink one?
We could probably make it pink.
Yes.
Joblo? Could you make it pink, whatever it is? What? Joblo the Hutt. Joblo the Hutt. You see a really large, and not in like hallway, Joblo come out from the north. He's a cook. He has a little cook hat. It doesn't fit, but it's also made out of fur, and he's also shirtless, like normal Pablo. And he says, "On a bar, we can make it pink." Anyways, The evening is yours. If you do have anything that you would like to do prior to your rest, say it now or forever hold your peace.
Opal wants to adventure the castle.
Oh yeah. Make
Pinky
an
will join her.
Oh, good deal. Good choice. Make an investigation check. And since Pinky's with you, make it with advantage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Investigation, right?
Yeah.
What a 7.
You got 7. You find 3 separate outer rooms, all within about like a 200-foot walk.
Hey, Pinky. Pinky.
Yeah. Hello?
I have an idea, a very good trick. Do you want to play? No, okay.
Yes. Can you guys not hear me?
We hear
Cut
that.
you out a little bit.
Sometimes on your mic, Joy, it like cuts out the first like
couple words.
couple words. So like maybe just say
probably
one
because I
and-
speak really loud, as in Pinky's voice.
Oh yeah.
that could be it.
That could, it's like going too high for the mic to pick up.
Yeah.
Here's the idea. You spice it up because I know this is your profession. What if we gathered the powder in the powder rooms and create a beautiful surprise of scenic attack, foggy, good smelling environment, and then pillow fight to face. Something like that. Just
Part. What was it?
one more time.
She said that she missed the last part. I couldn't hear the last part.
Oh,
Powdery
we'll create-
fogness, and then
We'll create a smoke screen of powder, and then we'll smack people in the face with a pillow.
Sounds like a really great idea, but I don't think Adelaide's mom would really.
That's true. She does have a I was going to say something, but I don't know if Opal would say it. I think she would. She does have a stick up her butt. Okay. Good point. What if we
That saying
Some-
before. What does that mean?
someone who's very uptight and think they know everything and judge everyone?
Pablo walks past and he goes, a fun part makes sense. Because if I had one up, then I would be pretty stiff and uptight too.
Yes. Pablo, don't repeat that.
Fun part?
Don't.
Yeah, I just don't think we should do it because we're trying to impress her mom and not make a mess in her house. I'm sorry. My second mommy taught me some good manners.
Oh, that's true. Well, how about we gather up the materials and maybe we can use them later. But I have had quite a few fun tricks in a more proper, strict environment. So I had to have fun in the old little training area. Maybe there's something less messy that we can do, just to have some fun, but not hurt our reputation.
Wait, let's see. What else could we do?
Maybe could I pull aside another friend to see if they have ideas? I feel like
Pablo?
no, not Pablo or Hablo. They have to keep their mouths shut.
Are you going to try to find the Pablo OG Pablo?
No. Okay, maybe Pablo and Ren. I think Ren is good to also cool it.
He can keep Donnie a secret. He can keep anything a secret.
Donnie's not hurting anyone though.
Yeah, it's true.
We're not gonna
Just
hurt
you.
anybody.
Well, yeah, but
It's-
I'm okay.
He's
with
not hurt. It's just
consenting.
you now.
I have the perfect idea. Let me go get Pablo and Ren, and we'll be able to execute it.
A short time later, you're able to find Ren and Pablo, gather them up, and meet back up with Pinky.
Okay.
In the meantime, Pinky has explored the powder room and gotten a little dusty.
You are now light pink instead of Pinky. You're light pink.
Very good. Alright, here's my idea. What if it's very nice and simple? We maybe rearranged some clothing in some closets so that they're not in color coordinated outfit, something organization by type, style, and color.
Fun apart. That's wild.
It's a small idea, doesn't cause any harm, easy fix, and it'll be fixed in the morning because Pablo, you're awesome, you fix it. But
What fun apart?
your guys will fix it. But it'll be a little thing to gain some, like, we still had fun while we were here, and we still behaved a little.
Two we can do. What if we make lumps in the rugs? Just enough to, like, make you feel like you're tripping when you step on it.
Ooh. What
You
if
know what
we
I'm talking about, right?
Yes. What if we also put a surprise underneath the bump, and it's like a good surprise, like a jewel or something? Then they'll be like, "Oh, what a lovely day! Wow, I'm not mad anymore."
Do you have that many jewels?
No. We could borrow one and put it there, and then they'll never know because they have so much stuff.
Boom, roasted. Ren, you all are also here. I hope you know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Adelaide's mom already doesn't like us. So I'm not saying we don't do the prank, but we do it somewhere where she won't find out about it.
Ah, yes.
It'll be
That
like
sounds-
a lesser person.
Yes. Pablo, do you know of any areas that she would not find such a wonderful surprise?
Fun apart. I would say the only place that Lady Aya doesn't go is probably Adelaide's room.
Adelaide's room is perfect.
Oh
no.
Dust of powder is gonna. This little small poof of powder is gonna.
Fun apart though, I think she's in there right now. So maybe she's. You might need to do some distracting
Oh,
if necessary.
I can do that. All right, game plan. Adelaide's room, target, something subtle and maybe a little kind. Because she's helped us a lot. It should be a nice prank. A nice surprise. A nice surprise is the correct word. Sound good? I like the reorganizing of clothes one, because she won't see them for another couple of months. It'll be fine.
Do you think she still has clothes in her closet, or did she bring them all?
She still has clothes in her closet. Don't worry.
Yeah, I feel like Opal. You remember every time in sword training school, Adelaide would show up with like a different outfit, and so you're like, yeah, there's no way that she's carrying around all her clothes.
Yeah.
Pablo's bag is big, but ain't that big.
Yeah. Imagine what's her face from Princess and the Frog. Oh,
I love him, Daddy.
no, the what's her face?
The-
Who always gets a new dress like almost every day.
Yeah, and that
Yeah.
her.
What's her name?
That is the mayor.
Charlotte?
Yeah, Charlotte.
Yeah.
Yes.
Prince Naveen.
Okay, perfect. Well, since I'm the one distracting, I'll leave it up to you, because that way you know for sure it won't go too far.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So this is going to take a couple of moving parts. I think first off will be the distraction. Opal, that is your role. Next up is the actual setting of the prank, which will come down to Ren and Pinky. And I think that's and Pablo. He's going to try to not get too much involved because, clean his hands of this mess that he accidentally caused.
Yes.
And so
The whole time that the plan was being made, he's just sweating bullets. He's like, oh no, what did I do? What did I do?
the only place that Aya's mom doesn't go is Adelaide's room. Oh, free. So anyways. Tori, are you good to talk right now?
Yeah, do I need my dice?
Probably not.
Adelaide's on a date with Jeremy right now.
Oh,
Jeremy? He heard that she was back for one night.
No, she's
That
probably
mullet,
she's
as
probably
bad as
just
it is,
looking
she
at
can't
things.
resist it.
Say that again.
Oh, she's probably just like looking at her things.
And just getting back in the mood, like seeing all of her stuff. It's so nice.
Actually, I don't know. If I can tell you guys what you see if you like sneak up on her, but
I'm gonna practice.
What are you doing, Opal?
I'm imagining approaching her door and knocking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give a good old knock. Bum, bum, bum.
Adelaide will answer the door. Hello.
You cough in her face.
Like,
Adelaide, I think I had a little too much salad. I need help getting out of my dress.
Oh, come on in.
No, is there a restroom nearby? Like right after I get out of this dress, I gotta go.
Yes, there's one in my room. Come in.
But I don't want to make your room smell.
I feel like at this point you would pull her into your room.
Yes.
Like, so you're like pulling her in there. I imagine like Ren and Pinky are like looking out from the hallway. And you see her enter into the room. You're like, oh freak, is this go time? You're not sure.
okay. Real quick. I'm assuming Adelaide's room has a window. Yes.
From the outside.
Yes. Do I have access to a window on that side of the house?
I'm wonderful.
I'm planning, I would like to jump out the window and fly to her window and try and get in that way. Because the door's obviously not going to work.
Yeah, well, they've left the door.
They left it open.
I don't know if they locked it or not, but like she pulled Opal into her room to bring her to her personal bathroom.
Right, but I'm assuming the door closed behind them? Or is it left ajar?
Yeah, well.
It's one of those moves where it's like,
Get in.
like, oh, look, he's the new.
Yeah. So the door is shut, but you might still be able to get through there. You never know.
Adelaide, I really don't want to blow up your room. Let's go. I want to respect you, and I don't want to burn your nostrils. The fiber's really getting to me.
Do an investigation check, Pinky, as this is kind of like going down to see whether or not any of the windows in this hallway that you're kind of going down are open and unlocked, so that way you can exit.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Investigation, that's a 21.
Nice. So you do find, as you kind of go and look at, almost every single entrance into this estate is magically protected with warding spells to make sure that people aren't, breaking in and touching any of the things. Though you are able to, however, find not too far away from this space an open vent that's letting some of that summer breeze blow in for the evening. It's higher up, so you could assume that they have kind of like a stick lever to open it up. This will work for you, but won't work for Ren for getting around. So you can definitely get out this way, but Ren, it's like almost like 20 feet up on the top of like a stained glass motif of Bogdan the god, and he has like a gavel, but instead of it being a gavel, it's like a huge war hammer, and he like is staring at you intently, like he's about to pound your.
I saw what you just did.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I can't go out the same way we came in.
You're not into the room yet.
Well, yeah, but like in the same. I can't go out.
You can't go through the vent.
Yeah, you're like on the second floor of the building. So going outside, you have to go up 20 feet to get out the window, and it's like a vent that's only like a foot wide, and then you'd have to crawl onto the roof, and you're not sure if this is the top floor or not. There's a lot of unknowns here. You could definitely try though.
Let's try it.
Okay. Pinky, you got this easy?
Pinky might suggest, why don't you be another distraction? Maybe we should have 2 distractions. Try and get him out of the room, because that will make everything much easier.
Maybe I can say, like, oh, like, Opal, like, is everything okay? Like, I heard you were sick. But she is...
It's always good to ask
proper right now
about their using the restroom.
I'm sure Adelaide really liked all of her stuff, so you might ask her to give you a tour of all the tea rooms. I don't know.
I just feel like right now is not a good time.
I bet there's a portrait of her somewhere in this castle. Maybe you should ask to see it.
Ooh.
I bet there is. Yeah, but I don't want to ask her that while she's helping Opal with her tummy trubs.
I don't blame you. If you want to try scaling up the kind of this side banister, there's some nice, like, long, like, dark, rich scarlet red window curtains drapes that you think you would probably be able to clamber up to get up there. It is an option.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, roll an acrobatics.
I'll look at Pinky and I'll say, it's fine. I'll ask her about the painting later, because I am interested about that. I'll just climb this myself.
Okay.
I can handle this.
Are you sure?
Just watch.
Okay, I don't have any spells that will help you, so.
You said acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
Is this my favored terrain? Tapestries? Drapes?
Drapes.
That's a 13.
13. It takes you a little bit of time to clamber up to the little open vent. You see from around the corner, Paul, the head, Pablo's uncle, is kind of starting to turn around the corner and starting to walk your way.
Paulo.
Yeah. Paulo.
Pablo.
Pablo. You'd assume that he may not like someone climbing on the curtains. Maybe. You don't know how this culture acts in certain.
They might have a curtain climbing festival. They love it.
Fun. That'd be super crazy.
Okay.
Pinky is going.
Let me double check this little spell here.
Fireball.
How about this? How about this? Are there animals nearby?
Probably.
Say
They
like,
have gardens, and I feel like this would be like the gardens that you'd see like peacocks.
yeah, peacock, yes.
Yeah. You see what you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Yeah.
I think it's the first spell I've cast this whole campaign. And I'm gonna, like peacock. Are they the ones that could do like that? I'm gonna kind of mimic that peacock squeal, that cry for help. And I will say to the peacock, and I imagine it's like strutting.
Yeah.
You know?
You're like at the edge, so you can see it through the window. Like you're right here, and you can see it just working
out there.
And then you see like it's like pretty close to like a girl peacock. The girl peacock's having none of it, but he's just trying his best.
And so I will say the peacock. I'll say, try that one over there. And I'll point to Paul Blow.
I'll make a persuasion with advantage. You're using Speak with Animals.
And he's in the mood.
He is in He's trying.
Oh. 7? I rolled a 1 on my other one.
Oh, so sad. He looks at you kind of confused. I think he thinks that you are pointing towards the wall. It's like,
or maybe like he's like
he like wait. You?
Yeah, he thinks I'm calling out to him.
Is he kind of like if a peacock could bite his lower lip? He's like, really?
He's like, whoa, who's this guy?
Is going to cast Minor Illusion and just make it look like Ren is not there.
I don't know if my illusion
It's a 5-foot cube.
Can she make me the same color as the tapestry?
Yes, you can do that. Like it's a 5-foot cube, but you can't like make someone invisible with it. If that makes sense.
Well, so I would use the illusion. It would be like like a picture over top of him, blocking him from view.
Yeah, what would the picture be? Is it
the curtain?
The curtain.
So it's like I painted the curtain and I'm holding the canvas in front of him.
It's like a curtain that is got a big old bulge at the top and then goes straight again. Either way, if you're red,
right?
Yeah, if you're red or if you're the bulge, it's about the same difference.
Yeah.
So,
well, what I'm thinking though is like,
let me
above like eye level, he's not looking at that.
No, it's
He's
pretty high.
Round,
But you know that Paul Low is got the eyes of the hawk. He's like looking for any little nitty gritty detail that might be off.
But maybe that's from like his mom's side. You know?
And maybe it skips a generation.
Yeah. Yeah. That's where I'm just gonna hope. Well, I still have Speak with Animals out. I'm gonna talk to the girl peacock.
Yeah.
And I'll say, look, while I'm like, as I'm like panicking, I'm gonna say, hey, look, I know that you're kind of bugged right now with.
Look, this guy has been on my case for the past week. I just want him gone.
Look, we've all been there. We all have. And look, you're not alone.
Get off my back, dude. Jeez.
I know. Well, look, for now I've got this dude kind of distracted from you. He's trying to get to me. So, we'll talk later.
Yeah.
But
I appreciate it. Thanks for taking one for the team, sister.
Yeah, no problem. No problem, sister. So I need a favor from you real quick. I'm so sorry.
Sure. Yeah.
But I'm trying to hide from that guy. I'm trying to hide from that guy. is probably gonna hurt me if
Okay.
he sees me up here. So just like do something cute. Like you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, girl. Go out
Stop.
there. And I mean, he looks like a man who appreciates the beauty of nature. And he looks like a man who would appreciate you.
Thanks. I appreciate it. That's what I really have been looking for. Someone who doesn't just see me as my beauty, but sees the beauty in me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's on the inside.
Okay.
Yes.
I get you. I see you, Queen.
Yes,
And
queen.
she's gonna start. She'll kind of like do the short little flat hop that peacocks do. Really like fly. The kind of the glide over to Pablo, and she's going to kind of just stand in front of him and go.
Slay.
Yeah, she's working it. In Peacock, you can see that she's like this, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, Pablo has no idea how to speak bird. Doesn't understand that this girl peacock is flirting with him right now. Hey, how are you? You come here often? You feel like you're thoroughly distracted enough to where you can probably slip through this window.
Nice. Yeah, all there.
You get up there. It's not too hard to get up onto the roof now. Both you and Peaky are up there. What do you do?
All right,
I'm
Pinky.
sure Adelaide has a balcony, right?
You have a balcony. There's also another kind of vent like this in the bathroom itself of Adelaide's room. The balcony door may be locked.
Okay. Well, so I'm not wanting to go in the balcony. I'm just gonna pick I'm just assuming the balcony door has the most view of the room.
Yeah, of course. It's like
Yeah.
the
So I'm just
wall on that side is just straight glass.
Yeah, so I'm gonna hover upside down and peek my head in through the top of the window.
Yeah.
The door, I mean. I'm assuming it's a glass door.
Yeah.
All these assumptions.
Sure. Adelaide,
Just kind of see
you
what
would say
you
that
can see.
your door's glass, right? Yeah, of course.
Cool. What does she see? What is currently going on in the room?
Adelaide, would you like to describe your room?
Beautiful. Very nice. No. It's mostly white and silver with some pastels. Lots of crystals, but it's not like witchy kind of crystals everywhere. It's very organized. You see several display
inlays
cases.
on the
Yes. Yeah, and you see several display cases of craftsman made couture items. All kind of within that pastel theme, color coordinated. Her bed has one of those covers, one of those the 4-poster. And there's stars and moons. 2 closets. I think what else? It's very neat. Most everything is kind of tucked and put away. There's not, other than the display cases, there's not much that's just out in the open. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you also would see Adelaide with the Opal
trying to
be I'm not trying to get it open, and she just I don't know.
What's
Do they
going
have
on
zippers?
here?
I'm just imagining a zipper, but I don't know if there's.
I'd say that they have wizards.
What if it's
Wizard probably invented the zipper by now.
what if it's the little buttons on a gown?
So you have to do
Wedding
50
gown,
million
so
of
you
them.
have to have the hook.
The hook to
The
get
crochet
it in,
hook.
pull out.
It
Yeah.
looks beautiful, but it's a pain in the butt. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Opal's squirming a little bit oh, they're coming. Oh, we got to go.
Adelaide, I'd like you to do a sleight of hand check to see how well you can use the crochet hook to unhook the buttons for
She's
Opal.
still not on the carpet. Opal.
He's not on the carpet.
Hold it a little longer. she just rolled a 17, and I think it's just
Yeah.
17.
So literally, as soon as you like, with all that was going on out in the hall, as soon as you kind of peek down, you see Adelaide do the last one and just like part the the dress off. Whoosh.
Question.
Yes.
I think I would have had an undergown.
Yeah.
Because it's more formal.
Yeah, like you have like an under, like a slip that goes from your shoulders all the way down.
Chemise.
You're still clothed.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're still close.
Yeah.
You're not just like woo.
No, and that's me because I think Adelaide would have caught a glimpse of a scar on the shoulder with where the usual shoulder cape goes.
Mhm.
But it doesn't look like a nasty scar. It looks like a birthmark scar. Type of
Yeah.
thing.
You see like how the edge of it looks like it's pretty sharp, like right here on the shoulder. And it looks like it kind of continues this direction. It's hard to tell what it is.
Adelaide, when she sees that, she'll kind of be like, oh, and like kind of like take a step back and kind of like look at it. But I imagine you're probably still squirming around. So
Pretending like, oh no.
Oh, Giles.
And then she'll probably like, okay. Thank you.
Do you go use her bathroom?
Yeah.
It just pretends that she's fine now.
I would have gone into her restroom.
This is literally the nicest restroom you've ever seen. It is like gold-plated toilet. Everything.
It's a bidet.
It has bidet, but it's not like it's like a heated one. So like you sit on it and it's nice and warm. It's not like a cold seat. Yeah, this is top quality D&D bathroom functionality, enfant for everything. It has it all. The water is scented prior to being like introduced into the bath, into the sink, and yes, even into the toilet.
All right. Opal will just get a big grin as she walks in and shuts the door. And then... So Opal will just
Do it. Just like that. Roll a performance check for me.
that was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
Okay, not with advantage, right?
No.
It was a good toot. Okay, performance. That's a 15.
15. You hear something between the sounds of an earthquake and the screech of a banshee from the other side of the door, Adelaide.
But Opal will be doing this.
Just like the whole like.
And it's like at the door. Put her hand on the door. She's gonna cast guidance.
Roll a performance again, but add a 1d4.
She has to be touching her to give guidance.
I think it's gonna happen.
And she casted guidance going into the restroom.
And you can have advantage.
Like advantage.
Yeah, if it wasn't higher than what you previously
It
got.
wasn't higher.
You can hear Adelaide muttering scripture behind the door.
Yeah.
For yourself, you could be healed. Just
Yeah. So
healing
now it's a
word.
21, a healing word.
Oh, he's...
Yeah, literally, you're pretty sure that she might be dying. That's the other side. It's pretty bad. You are quite distracted, as Pinky, you can tell. Pinky and Ren, what are you doing?
Pinky doesn't think that she's distracted enough for her to be able to go and like switch things around in her closet.
I would
Like we
say-
need her out of the room for that.
I would say that the bath has been drawn, and it is kind of got like the bubbles. Like that might be a good hiding spot.
In the bath?
It's just what you see.
Okay.
But if you have any
In the
other,
bath.
what?
Is Pinky in the bath?
No, only Opal, but you're on the other side of the door. So, and there is a vent entrance into the bathroom, kind of like the one that you both exited the building with.
Right.
So-
So, okay, I have a question.
Yes.
Is let's see. Let me make sure.
I don't know if anything I'm saying is making sense on like the layout of the place. Sorry
Okay.
if it's not.
Am I within 30 feet of the door to the entrance of Adelaide's room?
Like the door that you previously were at?
Yes.
I don't know how wide do you think?
Because I'm
the room
not at the vent at the moment. I am still like looking through the main
Like,
door. The
lengthwise
balcony
with?
door.
I don't know what
I don't know.
you're imagining for like the dimensions of.
I don't know either.
It would be kitchen wall to this wall and front door to back door. To the
Yeah,
big room.
it's a large room.
It's a classroom.
Yeah. I feel like its classroom's probably 30 feet wider, or it's more than 30 feet wide.
Okay. Well, then forget that. Well, actually, okay. Pinky. Okay. Pinky is going to cast Minor Illusion, and she's going to have a sound of a knocking of a door from as far away, far towards the door as she can make it come. So, like in that direction, she's going to have the sound of a door knocking, and then she's going to have his voice come from the door and say, what's the title that they call her? I'm sure Pinky would know.
Oh, what they
Mistress,
call
my lady, yeah. Like what do
lady,
they prefer?
mistress, par.
Okay, my lady, your father would like to speak to you immediately.
You're like weeping on the side, worried for your friend, and you hear this knock and this loud voice coming from that side.
Is it important?
Joy,
What?
is it important? That's what Adelaide said.
Is it important?
Yes, it is.
Is it dire?
I mean, no one's dying.
Someone may be dying.
As you like turn back and go,
She's like,
All right.
before.
That obviously didn't work. Okay.
Opal, I must leave you. Are you alright?
I'm doing all right. We're almost done.
Y'all must be with you. And she'll head off to her father's.
Perfect. As you head off, Pinky and Ren, you're able to slip into the bathroom using the vent, meeting up with Opal again. The room is all yours. You'd probably estimate that you have about 5 minutes to get things figured out in here before she's back.
Okay.
That's plenty of time.
Yeah. Let's see it. What are you guys doing?
Pinky would
What
like
you can do
to
one thing,
not.
right?
Yeah, Pinky would like to not like scramble Adelaide's closet, but she would like to reverse the order. So if it's from dark to light, it will now be light to dark.
Well, no, still like in an order.
Mess with her head.
As you open up her closet, it's just about the same size as her bedroom.
Oh,
And
okay.
it is chock full of clothing.
Clothing,
Shoes, jewelry,
bags. Lots of hair.
Okay.
some ornamental masks, probably for some like masquerade ball. Brooches, rings.
Tiaras, even.
You find some magical flowers that never wilt. That's pretty cool.
Okay. Okay. Well, then scrap that because she's not gonna have time to do all that. How is it organized? How is the closet organized?
Color
sheen,
Mm-hmm.
dress
Shape.
length, shape,
Fabric density.
style.
The style, season, and color, fabric.
Mm.
What type?
There's I feel like there's like a list on the door of like how to organize because she's not putting away all of her own clothes. It's all of the pobs doing it as well. So there's kind of like an organizational chart to the side, kind of detailing it. But basically, the big ones are season, style, color, and type of fabric.
Cool. Pinky would like to take as many pink pieces of clothing she can and put them in one section. And then
All
she
right.
would like to take the left shoe of at least a couple of shoes and swap them. Only
So it's
the
on
left
the
shoe.
other side.
Yes.
So instead of being the way you would set it into your closet, it's on the other side, so
Yes.
it's facing the wrong way. Perfect. Okay, that's about as much time as you got. Ren, what are you
Cool.
doing?
Yeah, Ren is just gonna take like. He's not gonna like reorganize the whole thing. He's just gonna like take one thing over there, one thing over there, just kind of
Just kind of mix it.
misplace things.
Perfect. All right.
Or like
And-
some of them, he'll put like one over.
Just one off.
So maybe Adilaide's like, did I do that? Like, yeah.
That's pretty messed up. Opal.
Opal is going to go over to. I imagine you have. I'm spacing on what it's called, but it's a drawer, mirror,
Like
Vanity?
a vanity.
vanity. Yes. You have vanity. Opal is going to go over and she's going to move things as swap candlesticks, slightly turn things, turn, but not so much that it's like, obviously you could tell someone messed with it, but just slight, like a perfume bottle right here, and then I rotate it.
To be facing kind of the other way.
Yes.
So it's just very minor things. You're not moving anything. You're just like rotating them to not be quite lined up as they were.
Yes, and I didn't say, but I would have done that in the restroom as well.
Okay, perfect. While you're
Yeah, I would have.
Okay.
And then when that's done, I'm going to put my turtle chocolates in the middle, and I'm sure you have paper for writing letters and stuff like that. Come on, and write a little letter.
Okay. What's the little letter say?
My dear friend Adelaide, thank you for your sacrifice of your restroom. It was most of my period. ... You know I'm kidding, right? Question mark, right? Thank you for the fun time. I look forward to continue our journeying together. Dash Opal with a winky smile face and a star next to it.
Perfect. All right. With
Pinky's
that,
gonna
you
look
guys,
over Opal's shoulder, see the note, and be like, "Oh, so you're taking the fall? Great!" And she's gonna fly out through the vent.
I imagine as Ren and Opal make their way out of the room, kind of like Scooby-Doo sneak style.
Like, just a little more. I would have put on the back like I'm doing just fine. I just wanted to have some fun with you. Like, and nothing was wrong. Just spelling it out more because
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay.
Anyways, as you guys finish that up, everyone returns to their room, and we are going to move to the next morning. But first, we're going to take a break. 5 minutes. Be back here in just a second.
Cool.
I'm gonna erase my turtle chocolate.
So this is hard because well, I was going to say if they were to like just walk.
been
right.
good. So
You did very, very respectful. I appreciate it.
oh gosh, no.
What is it?
Don't go burn that thing.
You want to know what?
This is my first Mountain Dew.
Whoa, you've been good.
Oh, yeah.
It's celebrate
You know how
times.
impressive that is?
Very.
Do you know how many of these I normally drink a day?
77.
Dude, now it's like 5.
This size?
Yeah,
5 a day or 5 a week?
5 a day.
Oh my god.
It's a liter and a quarter.
That's so much.
So, what?
David is hydrated.
It's not Mountain Dew dehydrates you, I'm pretty sure.
David is dehydrated.
He is caffeinated. That's what
Dude.
it's been hard.
Yeah.
Have you switched it with something else? Like you get like the Neo Life.
Oh, no, that's even worse for you than Mountain Dew.
Oh, it's true. But
No.
just water.
Just Powerade
Powerade's good.
with Sprite.
Oh, interesting. That's a good combination. I would get behind that. Powerade
Lemonade's
is good.
pretty good. Yeah, you do Powerade. You do 50% Powerade, 50% Sprite, and so
Can make you get it through it.
yeah, it's just not caffeine, but it gives me sugar.
Sugar has something. The nice thing is Powerade has a little bit more electrolytes and stuff like that.
Yeah. And so I have to die every week though.
And you get chocolate milk.
It's like a lactose intolerant.
Whoa!
If he has
Don't get chocolate milk.
No, not dies. I just not great.
You just have an Opal moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never mind. Anyways, with that, we're back. All right. The morning has arrived,
In the morning.
and
How long have we been adventuring out on this so far?
this would probably be the morning of the third day.
Third day.
As you all kind of are gathered up into kind of an assembly area where people assemble.
Too many Annies.
Probably one of the tea rooms, maybe even the pink cushioned one again, depending on which one Adelaide chose. Azurius will meet you there, Adelaide, in the morning. Going so soon.
Yes.
I might shed a tear. It's just hard to see you go so soon.
Tears? We'll be back before you know it.
No. I know you
So
will.
many letters.
Good. I need them. I really do. There's just not so much, not as much excitement. This last day was so fun going and actually seeing dresses. I imagine that you probably went on a daddy-daughter trip to go shopping back to Mosby's and other various locations. Well, we've prepared for you partial travel. Now let me pull up the map because I should probably have that pulled up so I can tell you what they can do. 1 second. Now, we have contracted for you a ferry that can take you all the way to the town outskirts of Mayersfield. It's not very close to any major town. The closest one, it's about midway on the river between Bogdan and Mansfield. That should get you some time cut off.
There's a river.
It's a river.
Okay.
It's a large, like, think about like Mississippi sized rivers. Large river. It'll basically, as he explains it, it'll run you up to this little town of Mayersfield, and then you'll have to travel by land. It's about half of the travel, and he's, from what he says, you can do it in about probably 2-3 days, and then the rest of it you'll probably have to figure out on your own.
Thank you so much, Father. This has been such a wonderful reunion.
No, it's so. Next time you come, give me a little bit more heads up, and I'll have more things for you.
Yes, sir. I will do so.
To the rest of you, it was a pleasure to meet all of you. I hope that you do keep yourselves safe. And don't get into too much trouble, okay? As he kind of like sternly looks at the rest of you.
Well, salute.
Aha. At ease, soldier. Anyways, I'll see you soon. And let me know if there's anything exciting that you find on your travels. Any food, any style, any sword play that's different. I'd just love to hear all about your adventure.
Write it all down. She's going to pull out her notebook and she'll.
Perfect.
You'll be the first one I tell. Don't you worry.
Thank you. All right, now you better be off so you can make it down to the docks and, get a good gain on your journey.
Down by the.
Down by the docks.
So how long should this take off of our travel?
It'll probably cut in.
So
Basically.
it was
so
a 3-week travel there.
Yeah.
You said originally, so
About 3 weeks of traveling. Now it'll
be about a week.
about a week and a half of pretty hard, like walking. So you'll have to go a good amount of miles every single day to make it.
Okay, question that. Is it just, does that have any type of effect on you?
Yes. You don't know.
All right, fair enough. Fair.
All right. So, with that, as you guys make your way down to the docks, passage has been set onto a ferry heading northward. Is there anything that you guys would like to try and finish up before you leave town, or would you like to just get on the road?
Alia is going to go do some shopping real quick.
Yeah. What would you like to get? Meat?
For her brand new fridge.
Her brand new fridge? Okay.
Fridge meat.
What type of meat are you looking for? Are you looking for like some just good price at good quality?
Yeah.
Just cuts? Yeah.
Just
I think you're able to find a load of meat for probably about 20 gold pieces. And you think it'll last you probably as meat does in the fridge, probably about a week.
Cool. That's what she would buy. She would buy like a week's worth
of meats to put into the rations. You think that might help with morale as you're hiking very hard and laborious conditions.
And how would you say 20 gold?
20 gold.
Okay, we'll mark that off on mine.
Because high quality, good meats that's pre-wrapped, ready for the fridge. Yeah. Usually, meat in medieval times is like you buy it the day that you're cooking it. So
yeah. I'm pretty stoked that I got a fridge.
Yeah, I don't blame you. That's awesome. If that's it, the time is yours. The ferry that you are traveling on is named
Pinky,
Pinky.
the fairy.
The ferry. That's cute. I wasn't thinking that. Maybe that'll be another ferry. The ferry. See what you did there. No, I was thinking of like the skipping stone. Something along those lines.
It's not the smoothest ride, but it'll get you there.
It'll get you there. I mean, at the end, it's like, so it goes faster the farther it goes. But also, it's bumpier ride. Anyways.
So this type of fairy. Wow, I've never seen one before. Is it like my Disney or something?
I'm sorry.
I stole the joke. That's the problem.
Yeah. It's okay though. Piggy will still make the joke anyways. It's not a joke to her. She's really
She's
not.
literally. She's being very serious.
Pinky, I don't think these fairies have wings. Sorry.
Oh, But not all fairies have wings. Right? I guess I've never seen one without wings.
Well, you're going to today, kid.
Yeah. So the travel kind of on the ferry will take the next 2 days. Is there anything during that time that you guys would like to do, or would you just like to pass the time?
I'm imagining like over the garden wall of
Yeah.
frogs.
Just frogs singing. It's kind of like a prestidigitation show. So it's just a mage in the back, and he has like a bunch of mage hands, and they're all just making the frogs dance. They're like tied to like the puppet strings, so they're marionettes. It's
The
just
creepy ones, I don't know.
going ham with these frogs. They seem to like it.
Frogs are like,
No, he actually cast Awaken on a bunch of the frogs, so they're actually just like living, breathing. They can talk now.
oh my gosh.
They're able to communicate. Anywho,
I think the only thing that Baron would do is he'd actually take Adelaide aside at one point.
I imagine that you're probably on top of the ferry, kind of probably not like late, just kind of midday, Cotter while you're walking past, and as you're passing by, you can see the scenery or large cliffs leading up to the upper plateaus of Felmore, where most of the grain is carried. Along the river, you see a lot of different huts, different towns, fishing out on the water. It's quite beautiful.
Adelaide?
What? Oh, sorry.
What?
Yes.
What?
What?
I don't appreciate you using that spell on me the other day.
The other thing?
I ask that you don't do it again.
What spell?
Old person.
Oh. All right.
Next time, just trust me to help with the job. We needed to do what we had to do so we could get to LK to get money, right? All right.
You can start something, or
He wants to fuck.
revolution. Actually, no. We're hashing this out right now.
Yeah, she doesn't let it go. We're going to talk about this. She's learned something from her mother. The more you talk about your problems, the more juicy bits you can get out.
Are you sure?
That's funny. That's funny. What? She wouldn't say any of those words. Synonym for like able.
And
You trash bag. You dirty stinky son.
what you wet noodle.
Makes you think that other people should not care what you do when you're directly impacted them. Why should you come at me and be so angry that I used a spell on you when you were creating a circumstance that could have prevented us from getting where we needed to go? Everything is everyone else is a problem. But I think that you know that you are the problem. But you don't care, and then you expect us to care. I think not. You mess around, I'm gonna cast a spell on you. But that's not what Emily said. That's just what I thought was funny about what I just said. No. If you're being rude, unruly, putting us in a dangerous situation, or not being a good teammate, will have to be taken out of the equation. I'm talking death, Baron. They're just
Cracks knuckles.
I think under his breath he'll just say shut.
Okay, does Adelaide's got her shield. She's gonna like take it out and just do one of those like bonk on his head. Can I roll for something?
Yeah.
I'll roll for something.
Roll for something. Well, it's not like it's kind of like a. Huh.
It's just like she's got her shield. It's not like she's whacking. It's more like a bonk, like a.
It's kind of like a shout, like, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah, I keep on making sound effects to say like what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
It's not like a. It's like a. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm rolling.
Yeah.
12.
12.
Basic roll.
Wouldn't hit his AC. He kind of just sidesteps it a little bit.
Go again.
Sure.
5.
After she goes the second time, I don't have any. I do have like I always have my whip, but would you allow me to do an unarmed like tripping attack?
Sure. Yeah. There's no dice for the attack itself.
Right.
It would just be your strength modifier for that damage, but you can add the 1d10 damage from your bow maneuver. But roll to see if you hit.
Actually, can I just make it my whip, or do you want it to be an armed strike? I think I hit either way.
It's up to you. Just
I'll do it with my whip because whip is more fun.
you just can grab her foot and pull it.
Yeah, just grab her foot and I'll do a tripping attack.
How do you know if you're past?
You need to make a strength save.
I got a 20 to hit you.
Can I give myself guidance?
For your AC, no.
No, you're right. I can't because it's just for
That's for ability.
18.
And what's your save? I think it's lower than that.
I think it is lower than that. Yeah, it's lower.
Yeah. So he grabs your foot, pulls it, and you kind of put your foot down, like you're not letting it get pulled.
You're getting a spell, buddy.
It's just like out in like.
We're just. I think
Yeah, on the deck. That's why I described it.
No.
I think Alia's gonna see this, and she's gonna vortex warp. She's gonna twin spell vortex warp and vortex warp you both like off to the ends of like the ferry, and she's just gonna yell, "Knock it off!"
Where they were, you see Sacred Flame.
Right as soon as like you leave, like there's like a in the air right there.
We don't tire.
For two of probably the most capable people in our company, you guys are acting like children. I admit I have issues, but gosh dang, you guys are one-upping even me right now.
Boss is just gonna pipe in randomly out of nowhere and be like, "That's right, you got issues."
Opal appears and then ready.
Alive vortex warps moss off to
Yep.
And at this point, the party falls apart.
Don't go into chaos.
We're all fighting each other.
But Moss did make that comment.
I know.
It's just like a Rock and Caspian situation all over again.
Yeah.
It's just different characters.
But yeah,
You
Alia
could have let it go. I was very polite with how I did
But
it.
she does have a
It's
point.
like the dynamic of just like
Alia would, like, I mean, just continue, and she would be like, Adelaide, he's right. You shouldn't have cast a spell on him if he didn't want to be there. But at the exact same time, Baron, she's right as well. You preach and you tell us all the time how we need to trust each other and how we need to make sure that we're a team while we're doing team things. Yet you are the first person every single time to throw that out the window. And it's okay because you say it's okay. It's not. If you want us to trust you, you need to trust us. Let us know what's going on. That whole situation could have been avoided had you said, "Hey, I have something already," or "I have an idea." If you wanted it to be a surprise, you could vocalize that you wanted to be a surprise.
Then what's the fun in that?
Avoiding this whole situation. that we're in right now. Is the fun in that?
I'll try.
You guys are incredible fighters, both of you, and you guys are extremely powerful, both of you. So why don't you guys try using that together rather than sabotage each other almost at every turn?
Look, I'm happy to work with her. She is a good fighter. Just don't use it against me. That's all I ask.
And that's fair, but you're deceptive. So is it fair for us to ask you to not be deceptive towards us?
Sure.
Okay, then don't be deceptive towards us.
Okay.
And why would you just turn and walk away?
And then Opal suddenly beams down and he's like, I don't like your attitude. Suddenly turns on celestial mode and he's like, all right, ready? Brings out the axe and smacks it. I wouldn't do that, but mentally.
Opal, there for the top, so you can sound like, oh yeah,
She only saw that there was a fight. She went to grab her axe and ran back out. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Ooh, that one. Your behavior was just taking me off in me and turning me like, there's no try, there's only do. Get over yourself. Stop soon. Okay. Stop it.
It's not.
Guys,
No, he's never.
we're falling down a bad rabbit hole. I'm having flashbacks right now.
Anyway,
It sucks. Okay, so here's the problem.
Yeah.
Side memory of the past. Part of the problem was back then that Rob was so darn annoying. So I make sure that Adelaide is not annoying. she can like stick up for herself, but maybe be a little less what's the word? Hysterical. Hysterical character.
yeah.
Alright, that's all I wanted to do on the ship.
Anything else anyone else wants to do?
Moss wants to go fishing.
Awesome. It's pretty easy. Cast the line over the edge. Is that how you want to go fishing, or is it you had anything else in mind?
I was thinking scuba diving, but we'll just do line fishing for now.
You can definitely scuba dive if that's what you want.
No, Moss
yeah.
is just relaxing fishing.
Make a survival check. As you are out there one day, just working it.
500.
And 3.
Yes.
With a 503, you fall asleep about 30 minutes after setting your line because it's really nice. The weather's great. You wake up, your rod's still there, but you pass the day by being able to take a good nap. Fishing nap is great.
That's good.
Alia is actively avoiding everybody.
Okay. With that,
Reaches to everyone.
anyways, as you guys finally make it to Mayersville, you are let off the docks at the docks there. You have about another week and a half to travel to make it to the town of Elking. As you are heading that direction, who's kind of leading? Who's going to want to do basically the survival check to see how the travel goes for the day?
Yes, you do it.
Faith said not her.
Oh.
Moss got it. Can I help Moss?
Definitely.
Moss has it. Let's
Roll with advantage, Moss. I'm helping you.
Oh, this is not my night. 7 with advantage.
Oh,
The third 7.
Ooh, 7.
That's
And
awesome.
modifiers.
As you guys are walking out, the town of Mayersville, It's kind of stepped on plateaus heading up to the canyon wall. The canyons aren't quite as deep here, so it's more like plateaus up to the top, and you find yourself up onto the top of the prairie land with kind of little croppings of trees around. Yeah, it's a beautiful day as you're walking. Moss is kind of leading the path, making sure you're still heading in the correct direction. It's quite nice.
So what do you guys expect to find when we get there?
Did we even get like a brief of what was going on? I can't remember.
We did. It was some type of ghost.
Oh yeah, that's right. Like a haunted house.
For shine.
How close are we to the place?
You're a week and a half away
A week?
while you're walking right now. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Moss is still gonna stay quiet.
We didn't get any horses.
They helped you get you halfway there, but they weren't sending you with the horses.
Pretty stingy on your family, obviously.
Don't they have other not as expensive armies?
They do sass her mom.
Yes.
Sass her mom.
At least I didn't say that my mother wrote a book.
She did.
Her mother did write a book.
Well, it's cool, but like, you don't say that. Like,
It's about at this moment that you start feeling a little bit of raindrops on your shoulder as some clouds roll in.
crap.
It's just a light rain.
I want to do a perception check for heavy trees.
Heavy trees.
Yeah.
Okay, do a perception check.
Woo! I got a 18.
Why is your mother so judgmental, Adelaide?
Alia, I think Barren is trying to start something. Could you please?
I'm not trying to start something, I'm just asking a question.
Judgmental?
I mean, she kind of was a little judgmental.
Well, you know, in our family, we do worship the god of Bogdan, which is the god of justice and order. And with that, I think comes judgment.
Make a history check as well. Just as you're kind of trying to formulate a good answer for why your mom is the way she is.
I think. Sorry, I'm trying to get 10.
With that, you you recall that your mom comes from a line of clerks of Bogdan. Her grandfather served the royal family as their personal cleric, high priest of the church of the whole country. And you probably could tell a lot of her judgmental came from being judged herself, as her family is all quite that way. If it's not perfect, then someone's going to point it out, usually by a side comment. It's not a good connection, and you know that your father and your mother married more for the political reason rather than kind of they fell in love. Not that they don't love each other, but it was definitely a political marriage.
It's just part of the family culture. Part of my family history on that side is striving for perfection and rule abiding. When she sees something that's not perfect, she's gonna say something about it.
I do the same thing, but you get mad at me.
And I get mad at her. I don't know if you've noticed, but we don't have the best relationship.
Did I find any trees?
With an 18, you can see for about a mile across a low swinging valley, looks to be another copse of trees, not too far away from the road.
Good enough, so a little, something, just a little bit of shelter.
Yeah, you'd assume so.
Okay.
You could probably find something in there to find some cover.
Something different.
But it's just lightly raining, right?
Yeah, it's just lightly raining. With your cloaks out, like your traveling clothes, while it is starting to get pretty muddy and a little bit miserable, it's not like you're in dire straits. Don't worry, the survival checks haven't broken out yet.
Ooh.
So let's just keep going.
As you guys walk through the rest of the day, by the end of it, you're cold, miserable, and covered from right about knee down in mud.
Except for Pinky.
Except for Pinky. Pinky's just cold and wet, but not muddy. Makes a big difference.
She might be a little bit muddy. Might splash in some puddles. I don't know.
Muddy by choice.
Muddy by choice, not by necessity. For this evening, who will be doing the watch? What we can surmise is, since you're going to be traveling a couple of days, maybe just choose 2 of you that will watch tonight. And while there is someone else kind of watching, and those other times it'll just kind of speed up this travel process. So, who would like to be the justiciars of watching the camp tonight?
I'll do it tonight.
All right, Opal and Alia. I would like both of you to do perception checks as you're watching out in the evening. What'd you get? A 7? 5. Do you want to borrow a dice?
No, I just in perception.
Yeah, perception.
16.
60. Yeah. Opal, you're pretty distracted. Mud is fun. So you probably have a stick you're drawing in it.
Yeah. I'm pondering of my mud pies I made on our little test that no one got to enjoy.
Yeah. Reminding you of that night in the rain
With the wolves.
with the wolves. Why? You're able to keep a good eye out as this evening goes.
Anything fancy or fun happen?
Um,
Anything she would notice of concern or
once. It seems as you kind of look out, the rain's going to continue into the next day. That's all that you really notice right now.
are we gonna wait for them to come back?
No, we don't. Would you, if you guys don't want to talk, you don't have to. But if you do want to have a conversation, as you guys are both sitting next to each other in the cold, damp area, trying to keep the small fire going.
How you doing, Alia?
I don't know. Better than I guess anticipated. So.
Okay.
What about you?
Pretty good. I'm waiting for Adelaide to come after me like she did Barren, because I did a little fun thing and I think it was awesome, but I'm sure she will strongly disagree. So other than that, doing great.
Oh, hopefully, her thing with Barren, I guess, keeps her distracted for a little bit.
Yeah. But yeah. I do, I don't want to, dig into things if you don't want to discuss. But I know Miss Ma'am Lady person.
Adelaide's mom.
No, I know. I'm saying that on purpose. It's kind of a pompous jerk about your comment. I think your mom's awesome, but I know that's with a bias since she helped train me a little bit. So
Well, we don't, in the lighthouse, there aren't really a lot of books written from outside. I guess there's a lot of books written from outside, but everything that I read and studied were generally from experiences and adventures from other vigils. And it just so happens my mom has written multiple books on adventures her and my dad went on.
she used to adventure.
Yeah, she did.
Oh.
That's actually where her and my dad met. So
Oh, that's cute.
yeah. And so being able to, I guess, just read their stories, and I don't know, it's always made it seem a little like I was a little bit closer to my mom and dad than I feel like I really have been in the past couple of years. So
That's awesome. I do have a follow-up question with that,
yeah.
but I need to ask DM Chase if Opal would know it. Wouldn't Opal have an idea? I would. Of the strain of just like why her mom didn't want her to go. Right?
For Alia, why she would? You were in the carriage when
Alia, if I remember correctly, Adelaide or Alia's mom had a conversation with her in their studies where she like asked
how
about me
and
and
how she was.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're fairly privy to what's the situation with Alia and her mom.
What made your mom retire? And
me.
that makes sense.
So
It's important.
yeah, both my mom and dad retired when I was born, and so my mom was able to, as you know, get into the I can't remember what it's called, but what's it, Ministry of Magic.
The administrator.
Yeah, the administration of magic and training, magic training within the vigils. And my dad, I actually never really knew what he did. I just knew that he helped create technology or items for vigils. I don't know exactly what he did or didn't do, or what he did and didn't create, but
Okay. Yeah. I can understand that. I know with my parents, she'll widen her eyebrows like parents, kind of emphasizing that word, as they can be tough sometimes. Yeah.
I don't know if it's prying too much. Are they like adoptive parents or?
That's a good question.
You don't have to answer if you don't want to. I don't want to pry and push into something that's sensitive. But
No, you're fine. Since I did come across very sus at the beginning of meeting everyone, slowly opening up. Yes, they are not my biological parents.
Did you ever get to meet your biological parents?
I think so.
You notice as you ask, Opal's countenance shifts from being kind of jokey to, I would assume, pretty downhearted.
Yeah.
And not her usual typical Opal self.
Sorry for bringing up bad memories. I didn't.
No,
I didn't mean to.
they're not bad memories. It's more of trying to remember. But enough about me. It's not about me. Yeah. So, do you have any fun plans for cooking? Any fun things to do with your fun whip that we did something with that I don't remember? Any
Oh,
fun?
we still have that.
You still have that.
Yeah. Any fun ideas with your whip? Or maybe we can practice some new like yoga poses.
As I feel like it's probably getting later or earlier, like
Yeah.
later in the night, early morning.
Yep.
And why? I don't know if you're interested, but you can, if you want, you can help me make breakfast. I kind of feel bad for yelling at Barren and Adelaide, and so I figured I would make something a little bit nicer.
Yeah. I don't think you're in the wrong at all. Bear needs maybe some tough love. Maybe that's what I can do, but emphasize the more caring part and less of the tough part. Yeah. Yeah, I'll gladly help. Now, I'm not a professional chef like you. So if I do measurements wrong, I'll check with you first before doing anything.
It's okay. Actually, I created these utensils, or like these things that I've pretty much calibrated to give you exact measurements. And so, like, all you do is you would pull out like this measuring cups.
Yeah, they're like measuring cups that are like sized correctly.
Yeah, sized correctly. They're very crudely made, and so like she's like gotten like a cup, and like cut the top off the cup.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so it's
and wrote on the side 1 cup.
Yeah, but
half a cup because you cut it in half.
It wouldn't be like, it would be what she's learned is like, this is like this is too little, this is too much, this is the perfect amount.
Yeah.
Okay.
She has invented measuring and baking and cooking.
Yes.
Yes. This is awesome.
It makes things so much easier.
That's so awesome. I hope this doesn't cause hurt feelings or, stuff like that. But very much daughter-like father. That's powerful skill.
I think Alia would just like take it.
Opal would mean it in the utmost
Well, yeah,
praise,
no, like,
which she understands by saying it is risky.
well, no, I think the way like Alia would have taken it is like father, like father, like daughter. Alia talks super highly of her dad, and so she would take it as a compliment. You would just see her kind of like beam and just smile and just say, thanks.
Right. As breakfast goes on, it is delicious. Do you want to say what it is?
There will be a plethora of bacon,
Nice.
sausage,
Nice.
hash browns,
Nice.
eggs,
Nice.
and pancakes
Nice. That sounds very tasty.
with a buttermilk syrup.
Oh,
Yes.
I do love buttermilk syrup. It's so good.
I have a very special homemade recipe that has been passed. Like, this is like actually legit.
Yeah.
So my great grandma made the recipe, and it's been passed down.
It came over the pond
Oh no, it was
before. It was
one
after
of the
early pioneers.
but the people who know LDS Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints history, it was John Tanner's wife.
Whoa, that's interesting.
He's the one who created the recipe.
So
It's passed down.
we have to try it.
Yeah, we can make it.
That'd be so tasty.
Super young.
As you guys go through the travel for the next day, I'd like someone to roll a survival check.
You want to do it, Opal?
Not me, said I.
I can do it.
My survival is a 0.
Let's see what mine is. I have a +2.
Okay.
9.
9. As you travel, pretty cold, miserable and wet again. The breakfast helped a lot. Ren, I don't think you've ever had a pancake before.
It's great.
It's great.
I'm
10 out of 10. Yeah, it's like bread, but you drench it in sugar, and there's nothing wrong with that.
nothing wrong with it.
Yeah,
It's a super sweet bread, though.
yeah, super sweet bread with a lot of sugar infused into it through some sort of liquid consommate.
No,
Alia tells you to mix it all up together with like and eggs and hash browns.
Oh.
I'll be
Ren,
honest,
that's weird.
I like my eggs and bacon with some little bit of syrup on it. I ain't gonna lie.
No, I think it's good personally, but Ren,
When
he's a
Like,
traditional guy.
yeah, he's a traditional. You have to keep it separate. He doesn't like mixing food.
Food cannot touch.
Yeah. Anywho, yeah. Throughout this day, nothing stands really crazy out of the ordinary. It's just a more normal travel day. That evening, though, who's going to be taking watch?
Moss will take much.
Moss will take watch. Who will be with Moss?
Pinky can do it.
All right. I would like both of you to roll a perception check.
Perception is Moss's strength.
A 3.
18.
16.
16, 18. You guys are watching fairly good while you're talking.
We're about still. Oh, it's only been a day.
You're 2 days into it now.
I guess Moss is just gonna start up the conversation and be like, "Hey, Pinky,
Yes?
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
You ever fought an undead before?"
You mean like those skulls in the trial?
Were those undead? I don't know if those were really undead.
They're
I think
undead-ish. They're skeleton, not very high levels
yeah.
undead. You know. They are brought back with necromancy. There's, I'd like you to do an Arcana check for me, Pinky, or for you, Kyle. You could do a history check.
Okay. Arcana.
Gosh, 13.
That's a 7.
Pinky, don't really know much, just that they're not dead anymore. You know, basic undead stuff. Moss, you would know that there's kind of 2 categories to undead. The ones that are brought back through usual means of like necromancy, by some sort of magical prowess. And then there's another type of undead where it's more of a personal bringing back to life. One, some sort of magic is infused into a dead body to basically animate it again. The other is kind of like, think of it as almost the same type of magic that goes into a paladin, that their oath is so strong that it gives them magical powers. There can be undead who have such a strong resolve to accomplish something, or such a vengeful hate for something, that it binds their spirit or part of their body to the material world, making it to where they can't pass to the next life.
Okay. So Moss is just gonna continue on and be like, yeah, so those sort of count, but I'm thinking more dead for your sake, Pinky.
Oh, I can't say that I have. Have you?
So Pinky, so I think you're, I don't know if trustworthy is the right word, but I don't want you getting too hurt during this next experience. So I want you to trust me. If there's ever a moment that I say get out, just get out, okay?
I would never want to like leave you in a hard situation, but
Look.
I guess I can trust you.
Like you're capable, right? But I don't need you dying on me again and me having to drag your lifeless body out of a sewer again or something like that. I ain't gonna stick around either, though. I know. Don't get me wrong. I ain't gonna stick around either. Just knowing our comrades here, great. Well, they're good. But I just got a feeling that they might risk something that doesn't need to be risked. So when I say run, you promise you'll run?
I promise I'll run.
All right. Undead are... Let's just say I've lost a little too much to these. Diseased.
It's at that moment that some movement out of the firelight catches both of your eyes.
Moss will cast fire. No, just
Small child. No.
Moss casts ice knife. Actually, yeah, Moss will actually prepare an ice knife.
Okay. As you prepare the spell, you're holding as a figure approaches. You would see what looks to be not a crazy old person, but you would see a woman probably in her middle-aged. She looks fairly dirty. She looks like a traveler. She'll kind of approach hesitantly, see that you're kind of preparing a spell, and have excuse me, sir.
Hold it.
Sorry. Alms for the poor.
It's the middle of the night. I don't know why you're begging at the middle of the night for alms.
Any food? My children didn't eat during the day. I saw your camp light. Please. They're young.
Moss make is an insight check. Like
yeah,
does
definitely.
she seem legit?
Well, roll what you need to roll. Roll that insight check.
All right. So Moss, unnatural 20.
Ooh, that's really good.
Yeah.
One something.
As Moss is imagining, like we're on the road. We're not really by like a huge population center at the moment, right?
No.
So I'm curious why this lady's like, oh, alms for the poor in the middle of the night.
And that's a very fair question.
Pinky is literally digging through her backpack, looking very disparagingly at the tiny amount of food that she carries for herself.
Very small.
Very small portion. She's like, it's not gonna be enough.
You can definitely tell that she is lying.
Okay. All right.
She's deceiving you.
Or trying to deceive.
Or trying to deceive you. You can tell the telltale signs of someone that's putting in an act.
All right. Moss is gonna sort of play around with this. He's still gonna keep his ice knife ready to go.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. You and your children are starving. That's such a terrible situation. You know, I have great chef in my party. Absolutely phenomenal. Makes the greatest food. We had like pancakes just this morning, or was it yesterday morning?
It would have been
Besides,
Food. Pinky's
Besides
going
the
to fly over to Alia and gonna start waking her up because she knows Alia will.
yeah, you go there. It's like, hey, do you have your kids with you? We'd love to feed you right now. I feel so bad about the situation you're in.
No, as you see her kind of eyeing you kind of curiously as you're kind of rousing your friends. I left them in our camp.
Oh, you left your kids all alone in your own camp? Ugh. Your husband, really?
Yes.
That's
I-
sort of
I'll just
odd.
get going.
No, stay. Yeah,
I-
you came here for hospitality, right? Where we can help you out quite much.
I think I've done what I've needed. I'm so sorry. She is going to. You'll see her kind of look at you. She's going to drop something to the ground, and as soon as she does that, disappears, gone.
I'm sure by this point, Alia is half awake and Pinky looks up and is like, "Oh, she's gone. She didn't get any food.
What?
Oh no."
What's going on? What?
There was a lady and she was asking for food for her kids and my portions of my food are very, very small. But I knew you would share, but she's gone now.
No,
Moss, what happened?
we had a thief of some sorts. I don't know if she got a hold of anything. Wake everybody up and have them check their stuff. I want to go after her.
You, Moss. Your eyes kind of dangle towards whatever that was that she dropped on the ground. From where you're seeing it, looks like there looks to be like some sort of small package.
No, Moss is gonna walk up to the small package.
You can see what looks to be something that's been crumpled up in a piece of paper and has some kind of twine tied around it to kind of keep it together.
Yeah, Moss is. Has Moss seen something like this before?
It's partially reminiscent. Do you want to check it to see if it's trapped or anything like that?
Yeah. I'll check it for traps real fast.
Do either investigation check or perception check. Probably perception check.
Is
8.
8? It doesn't seem trapped from what you can tell.
Pinky is rousing the rest of the party. Because after that conversation with Moss, like, when I tell you run, you run. She's like, okay, I gotta follow Moss's direction. So she's waking everybody up.
Get everyone up.
Yeah, Moss is gonna check the package.
Yeah. You will untie it. You see what looks to be something kind of crumpled up into a piece of paper. The paper on it, you read, "Remember your deal." Pan sends her regards. And you look at what's crumpled inside of it, and it is a window patch for your cloak.
Moss is just gonna quickly hide that. Make sure no one sees that he picked something up. And just sort of be like, sorry, Pinky, don't wake anybody else up. Seems like it's just a lowly thief. Nothing to worry about. We can all
Maybe-
go back to bed.
Would you be willing to do a sleight of hand check as you kind of picked that up, looked at it, read it, just so that way you're able to kind of keep that hidden?
Yeah, let's sleight of hand this. 16.
16.
Not
Say,
the
I don't know, my
greatest.
passive perception isn't that high.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's passive perception is. Pinky, though, she rolled a 16 on her perception at the start of the evening.
Yeah, but she's waking
So-
people up.
Wait, what was the passive perception threshold?
16.
I have a 17.
Moss or Ren, as you kind of are woken up, you do notice that Moss picked something up, read something, and then kind of stuffed it kind of fairly deftly into his into a pocket on his tunic.
Cool.
But that's all you catch. You don't really understand if there's like reasoning behind it. You can just kind of tell, oh, doing a little sneaky snake.
Yeah, does he seem like sneaky about it?
I think so, a little bit. Like it's like he doesn't want anyone else to see it. Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. All right. You can add back to your cloak, Moss, a window patch.
Yay. I was so sad about that. Okay. And then, yeah, I think Moss is just telling people to go back to bed. Sorry for waking him up.
With that, it is the next day. The next couple of days, let's see here. Ooh, the next day, the storm gets really bad. I need everyone to do a survival check on their own to see how well they do.
13.
13,
Now I roll great. 21.
21,
15.
15,
Natural 1, so 3.
3,
18.
11 for me.
11, 18.
Did we roll for Adelaide?
I can roll for Adelaide. She has probably +3 to her wisdom. I don't think she's proficient in survival, so she got 5. All in all, as a group, you succeed. Though you can definitely tell Adelaide and Alia by the end of this day are pretty haggard. We're going to skip a couple of days forward, as with that, during this trek, Adelaide and Alia seem to have more of a hard time, especially recuperating after the rains and stuff like that. I would have you guys, as you're nearing the time getting into the city, you're about a day away. We're going to skip to about that point. At this point, you both have probably about a point of exhaustion. You and Adelaide as well. Okay, can you make sure you do that? Everybody knows that. All right. With that, you have one last day of travel. Everything else.
One last day and night, or just one more day?
One more day and night,
Okay.
and then you'll be there the next day, about midway. With that, anything that you guys would like to do with your last day of travel? The terrain here over the past couple of days has changed from being that have grasslands running like rolling hills to more of have rocky crags mixed with almost think of like kind of the Scotland as green mossy hills rolling as you're getting closer and closer towards the
So Shire-esque.
yeah, Shire-esque. A little bit more green, a little bit less farmed. Quite beautiful still. And as well as you're getting closer to the Rovine itself, you start to see larger kind of wooded areas and stuff like that. Among kind of these rolling kind of rocky hills and mossy green.
And any of the cities or towns that we've passed have all just been teeny tiny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we haven't really.
We've passed through a couple of towns, nothing of note worth thus far.
And has it been continuously raining this entire time? Or was
About
it let
2
up?
days ago, it's let up. So it rained really hard, and then it probably rained for one more day, and then the last 2 days have been pretty clear, with maybe like a couple of showers
Here and there.
here and there during the day, but not as hard, especially with how like heavy of a march you've been doing to try to get there in time. It's been pretty rough going. So yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. With that, I would like one more survival check for this day as you're traveling.
From everybody or just one?
Just one person. Ren, would you do that? Do
Yeah.
do us the honors?
I'm great. 23.
22.
Real good.
You don't run into any problems. It's smooth sailing with Ren up in the front. He's like a fish cutting through the water, but the water is land.
I'm drinking
And-
it all up.
Yeah,
All that water.
and every single morsel.
Got an earthbender over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're able to find a campsite that evening. No problem.
Nice.
Who would like to do the watch for this last night?
I'll take a watch.
You'll take it?
I can do it alone, or if someone wants to join me. Either way.
No, I'll probably have. It's up to you guys. If you just want to have one person, can definitely do that.
Last time we let McKay's character do something alone, it went very bad.
What was that? What was that?
Caspian.
Oh, that's not.
Yeah, but this is
Come on, let Caspian go.
Okay. And he's gone into the water.
Oh.
In a
If
few
no one
days.
wants to, Moss will.
Well,
But
yeah.
Moss
Since
has
it's
already
been a few
spent
days,
the night.
I think Pinky will volunteer again.
If no one else wants.
All three of you could be there if you want. That's okay. It's just whoever wants to do it.
Let's do all
Pinky will
three of
do
us.
it. That's fine. Or I'll
Pinky,
try.
Moss, and Barren.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Cool.
Okay. You're making nothing.
Alright.
All right. Yeah, you're three sitting around a campfire.
I am going to be finishing up carving all my torches into stakes.
Yeah, you finally get to the last one. It's sharpened, and you think, man, this would be really good for piercing the heart of a vampire.
Yep. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Moss isn't going to engage in much conversation then. If Baron's not.
What?
I don't think Pinky's gonna do anything super interesting either.
I suck.
No.
yeah.
We're just tired. Just need-
Use
Well, we're almost there.
yeah.
It's been a
I'll say this.
long journey.
I can second that, Moss.
These vigils, with all their teleporting portals, why didn't they just teleport us right there?
It's a good question.
Honestly, I've been thinking that too, but I don't know. I think who was it? I have that tried to explain it. Takes a lot of power or whatever.
Well, it takes a lot of power to walk this far. Me double.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But Baron, I got a question for you.
Now, what's up?
You fought a lot of dead things, a lot of ghouls, the demons, all that stuff, right?
I fought handful, sure.
You fought a ghost before?
You know, I don't think I can say that I have. I've studied them.
What have
That's
you
what I would-
learned? What should we start prepping for?
Honestly, besides just what I've learned from folk tales and I tried to study at the Vigils, but I think I got focused on something else, so I actually didn't have a chance to. But
Just little
what can
stressed
what?
about.
Oh, go ahead, Kyle.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask DM Chase, like, what can I remember from like any, not necessarily ghosts, but like just apparitions, or like, is there anything that I can glean from just
Yeah.
and my general knowledge?
Make
Probably
history
history.
check.
4.
4. It is what you know.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if you're going in with undead, ghosts, from what I know, is typically they haunt an area because something left in this life.
Like a 401k.
Sure, yeah. Honestly, if there are any ghosts or anything, I mean, paladins and clerics, they're the best to fight them, to be honest. Anything blessed or holy.
Little paranoid. I think we're running into this, but I don't know if we're ready for it.
Are we ever ready for anything?
Never ready for anything. But I do feel like before we jump into this fight, we should actually talk about it as a group, as a strategize a little bit. I don't want a sob story where the ghost starts telling us about their back life and half the party decides to listen to the ghost while the other half gets murdered.
That's fair. We should all be on the same page, whether it's one way or the other.
Alright. Just wanted to make sure you were lined up with that.
Yeah. Honestly, it's interesting. The one thing that I've noticed about these vigils is they're mostly reactive. So most of them are probably going in without some sort of plan, or if there is a plan, it's created, with little information. They're mostly reactive.
It's fair. I'd rather be a little proactive, but understandable.
That's how I like to run things, but
Yeah,
we don't always get that luxury, do we?
that's fair. Alright. Alright.
Pinky, do you guys have ghost stories where you come from?
Yes, we do. Tons of them. That's one of the first tricks we learn is how to scare somebody with a good story.
Have you scared anyone?
Oh yeah, I've scared lots of people.
Why don't you tell us a ghost story then? Seems fitting.
Okay. Do you want me to roleplay out this story, or did you just want me to make a performance check?
I was excited for a ghost story too.
Oh.
Even if it's just something super small.
Yeah, if you're making up on your own, that sounds fun.
Okay. Sorry, give me a moment to think of one. So, it's actually quite fortunate that we are traveling past the Rovine, because this story takes place within the Rovine. So, once upon a time, there were 3 shepherd brothers, and they would march their little sheep past the Rovine every day. Not every day, but they herded their sheep past so they could go, out to pasture to eat. Anyways, every winter, they would take shelter in a cabin that was right on the edge of the Rovine. And they would stay there over the course of the winter. And then, when spring came, they would herd their sheep down to the little village where they would be sheared and sold off for meat. Anyways, one year, the 3 brothers were up in the cabin and they heard something outside the door, knocking. Well, them being very wary since it is the Rovine, one of them slowly crept up to the door and said, "Is it?" There was no answer. And so he assumed that no one was there, that maybe it was just the wind. The knock came again the next night. Knock, knock, knock. And so one of the brothers went to the door and said, "Who is it?" This time they heard a sound. It was an indescribable sound. Something unlike anything they'd ever heard. And so, of course, being very smart, they not open the door. On the 3rd night, the knock came again. Knock, knock, knock. And the youngest brother, being fed up with all this disturbing of his sleep, decided he was going to open the door. So he went up and he opened the door. There was nothing out there. But he saw a trail of footprints leading away from the camp. And he decided he was going to follow it. His older brother, "Don't go. It's the Rovine. You don't know what's in there. It's a scary place with monsters lurking everywhere." But the youngest brother didn't listen, and he went out into the forest. Well, he didn't come back the next morning, and so his brothers went out to look for him. But they couldn't find him. He was gone. And they gave up hope looking for him. So when winter ended, they herded their sheep down to the little town to have them sheared and sell off the meat. It wasn't until next winter that they found their brother standing outside the cabin. His head bent at a horrible angle, slashes across his chest. "Why did you leave me?"
You see, like, Pablo is in his like little sleeping bag, and he's just shaking. in his boots.
And then we pretend like Pinky ends it very scarily and everyone jumps out of their skin, because I can't think of a good ending.
Scream.
And Barren, knowing kind of when the climax is
Then-
coming, can he reach for his whip and go and just do a quick?
Like a lot. Oh!
Yeah.
At that moment, Moss casts Ice Knife right next to Pinky and runs.
Both of
Like
you.
on accident, or
Moss was startled.
oh,
Pinky will also be
Misfire.
startled and she'll scream.
I think I'll take me.
Barren's probably just rolling, laughing at this. Action.
That was good.
Like just
Yeah, Moss is gone. Like, just so you guys know, like, he's gone.
Running. He is not about that.
He's not turning around. He's not risking anything.
Moss, it was just me. Come back.
Yeah, Moss is gone. Moss going.
Mom,
He's got 40 feet of movement every 6 seconds.
On that
Alright.
roll. He's on that goat. He's going.
He'll
Moss
come
is just
back in the
by.
morning.
The fun part. What if he doesn't? What if he comes back next winter?
That's part of the risk of the Rovine, Pablo. Best tuck yourself in tonight and get some rest.
No gosh. He sits down.
Okay, I enjoyed that
make
story.
sure the Rovine doesn't eat you.
He is frightened.
Should we go after Moss?
Honestly, he can probably handle himself. I'm not too worried. I don't think he'll go far.
And with that, the night kind of continues on, and the next morning comes. You know that
Moss is standing there in the morning with his head bent at a.
he's got slashes on his chest. He's got mushrooms growing out of places.
Moss sits there and like a slithery tongue comes out and you're like, this isn't Moss anymore.
Yeah,
You let me leave.
yeah, like you do like the thing where you can like roll back your eyes all the way.
Moss
That
is
way
like,
it's like. Anyways,
and Moss casts Fireball on everybody.
anyways,
Sorry.
we could do that, but that's our head canon. The actual canon is Moss eventually returned, and you guys are going to go to the town today. That's where we're going to leave it. Woo! Nice.
Let me go.
Well, with that, thank you all so much for playing. That was fun.
Dungeon.
Dungeon.
Dungeon
Dungeon.